And this is winded. We're almost on an hour. She's still firing up, and I'm telling you, folks, this is the kind of person that you need. Her support staff is super strong to be able to catch all of what she's working in, but it's that brain that's going to get you what you need so that it's just at the end. Sometimes people feel like, oh, attorneys, they're greedy, they this, they that. People think that same thing about realtors too. But what you don't understand is how much money you're going to save yourself. And you have
Yep.
to be greedy up front. I hate to say that because that's not my nature, but you have to be greedy up front because the insurance company in the end is going to always settle on a percentage. And that's why you
Yep.
have to go for as much as possible. And you're not a bad person, especially you're from Ohio, the Midwest, and it's kindness is your thing. I get it. When you're dealing with a snake insurance company, you absolutely have to be aggressive first because
Yep.
they're going to negotiate you down later. Would you say that's about accurate?
Yeah, it's very accurate.
Sad, but yeah. Okay, cool. We kind of covered this before. Super short. Who should somebody who has been affected by a disaster trust?
Who should they trust? So I know that's usually where they become really frantic afterwards because it starts with them trusting their insurance company. And then when they defy their trust, they become so raw that they don't coming to them from roofers to contractors to mold mitigation companies to water dry companies. They're all coming their way. And they are really feeling like they've been let down already and defeated. And they're like, now what do I do? And I always kind of say, listen, I know it's hard to just trust your instincts and say, hey, this feels right, but it's also do your research. Like if a contractor comes, I always say, Google them. Start by Googling them. If you know how to look them up at the Florida license search engine from the Department of Business and Professional Relations in order to see if they have a license, then at least Google their name and make sure they're an actual company, right? Make sure a website comes up is where it should kind of start. Because we've got issues when they come to us and they never even Google them. And I'm like, this company doesn't even exist. And that happens a lot. And then also, as obviously I'm an attorney, that's supposed attorneys are supposed to be an area of trust for you. Like that when all else fails, you can at least go to them because they represent you solely and nobody else. So in regards to that situation that you're in, right? They can't represent the other side too. So that's who you really can trust to be on your side, to at least guide you in the right direction. And so that's kind of where I say, listen, do some research first, but also not just self-promoting because we're attorneys. Really what it was, right? We were counselors of the law. In order for you to feel like you can give us information, we're not going to repeat it, and we're going to give you the best advice possible for you to protect your rights.